Solar eclipse here in Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, right? New stories that we need to create, right? It's a big purge, a south node eclipse, especially a total solar eclipse, and it's in trine to Mars. It's in square to Neptune. Whew, we got Venus on the last degree of Scorpio with Juno and sextile to Jupiter and Saturn, which are ending in Capricorn. I mean, this is the news stories in our life. And since this is a love show, Venus and Juno together? Oh, wow. Okay. Juno and Jupiter are in sextile. Those two are the ones that get married. And Venus is with Juno and Venus is sextile Saturn. Wow, this is like during crazy times, new stories. And, I hate to say it, but it's like, there's like a big choice here that you got to make. You're going to either end something or go forward with something and choose. And there's a lot about choosing in the stories. And yes, there's lots of different doorways in life, but I think with the North Node in Gemini and with a trine to Mars right now from this solar eclipse, right? We have Mercury also in its detriment, which is in Sag, opposing the North Node, which is ironic because the North Node is in Gemini. That dispositor there, it's like we need to go, where is the facts and where is the stimulation and where does it just make logical sense? And then, or are we trying to hype up some story that doesn't make sense, or it isn't that stimulating, or that not that exciting? We gotta pay attention to that. And with Mars here, Mars is in Aries. It rules the bow chicka wow. It's like, where's that? Is that fire? Or is that not? And with Neptune there, or is it just like slump fest? It's just like you're feeling like you're just in a really like lost mess. And it better feel like a magical story, because if it's not a magical story, it's definitely being revealed right now. And this solar eclipse definitely is a big one because it's right before Jupiter and Saturn move into Aquarius, which is pulling us into event horizon, into the unknown of the crazy world that is going to get crazier with the squares to Uranus and Taurus now. And that will make sure that when Saturn comes into Aquarius this week, guess what? That means the dispositor of Saturn is Uranus, and it's in Taurus, and it's in a fixed earth sign, and Uranus is the most unstable energy. So we are not on if you think reality is secure right now, so you want to have the right partnership with you. Jupiter and Juno are in sextile. Jupiter and Venus are in sextile. Saturn and Venus are in sextile at the beginning of this week, and then we go into crazy land. So you really want to like hunker down and figure out what the fuck's going on with relationships now. And Fauci says that you can go on Tinder and fuck, but you can't do anything else. So, hey, fuck it, right? I did a whole thing about it last night, and I did a thing on Instagram about it, Fauci's like telling you to get down. So, he's been saying that since April, and I had to remind people of that. And crazy times. All right, let's go into the cards. I'm going to go just be like picking different decks this time and be shuffling and then sometimes pull another card or whatever, but I'm going to do the same run that I always do. For the collective this week, well, we pulled the King of Swords reversed. All right, so I think that this whole entire energy of us continually... Do we have the camera to look at the cards? No, it's all good. With the King of Swords, this is definitely reversed. This is us not really sure in the past, like where we've been going. And there's a lot of unsurety. And you know what? It's our mind's unsurety. And if we're going to run our love lives by our mind's unsurety, we got to go by our heart, not our mind, And I think that the mind's going to be our cock block this week or whatever you want to call it. But it also is like, what doesn't make sense to us might be because maybe there's some weird facts. Our challenge that we got here is the High Priestess. Wow. Why aren't we following our intuition? Why aren't we following our guides and what our guides are saying? I think that's so important right now because I feel like it's like maybe our mind is ruining the show, right? What does our gut say? Let's go with our gut. And our mind's getting extremely confused and is not confident. So we need to go with our gut, but somehow that's being a challenge. Well, we got the Nine of Cups upright. One of the graphs. Look at that. Woo! I guess Fauci did come through. So this is like that ultimate, positive of all the experiences of emotion that you want to have in your life. And so I feel that, this week definitely for love is going in a good direction. It better look like that, though. If it's not like that, I'm sorry to say you got to get the hell out of that thing because you don't want to go into this unstable world, and at least you want to have that. You don't want to have, I don't even know what opposite of that would look like. I guess it would look like two people like staring at each other wondering if they're going to play Monopoly or not. For our way to get through, I'm going to use Golden Tarot here. Let's see. Oh, we got the Four of Wands. Well, this is the marriage card. This also is the card of celebration. Where's something that feels like it's a celebration in our life? Our gut is trying to pull us towards that. It might seem crazy, though, because that King of Swords is there. I got a feeling, though, it's like, that's a little crazy. It's like, well, that's exactly the way it's going to be. Why are we getting that King of Swords in reversed? Oh, we got the Knight of Cups reversed. We are stuck emotionally, and we're so unsure to move into new emotional waters, and that's why we're confused. If we're going to just be afraid to move into new emotional waters and stay in that confusion, then I guess we're not going to follow our guides. We're not going to get really good love stories, and we're definitely not going to get that wow moment of life and relationships that we want in love. So this is you having to confront your fears emotionally and how you create your own weird firestorm of your head and keep doubting and getting into craziness there. When it comes to why we got that Nine of Cups, we got the Page of Wands reversed. Wow. I think we're done with, whether we're telling ourselves that, we can't, or that the flame's not there, or our emotions can't move, or, if somebody's not showing up and speaking about wanting that with you, you're going to have to be clear on that and know that. But you still got to keep moving forward emotionally overall. So there's definitely going to be some breakups and some come-togethers here. It just depends on where you're on the fence. If you're in a stale situation, it's done. If you're in a fiery situation and it's hot, why are you afraid? And why are you afraid of the stale situations to face the stale situation and replace that with something better? Our overall that we got here, we got Ganesha with, oh, look at this. This is new beginnings. Holy shit. Wow. What else did we get here? Oh, we got the relief card. Relief into new beginnings. So it's going to bring us into some amazing new relief into our lives. Oh, there's that deck. I just wanted to get a little astro into it. Virgo, we are analyzing a new reality of relief by starting new beginnings. So I would say new stories and new situations in all fronts, single or not single, are where you got to go in your life. And you got to not be afraid. This is going to be a crazy reality, and I'm just preparing people, especially because it's crazy eclipse times and all the times that we are in right now. Our astro dice that we pulled for the collective this week. Well, we got the moon in the second house, and we got it in Scorpio. Well, it's definitely a moon and Scorpio energy, right? Like, where are we all in emotionally, and are we getting the value out of it? Is it something that we're attracted to, something that we value, that we want very deeply, or not? You're going to have to ask yourself that. If you're not attracted and you're still emotionally hunkered down, or you're still emotionally connected and you can't let go, even though, so you're either the emotional hoarder and you're not attracted to it, or you're obsessed emotionally and you're attracted to it and it's a fucking hell. Yes, it's one or the other, and you got to figure out if you're stuck because you're stuck to something that you fucking aren't even into anymore, but for some reason you can't let go, or you're stuck because you're afraid of the most magical, intense, passionate fucking thing that you desire so much. Woo! Fun times.